There we are. What's up, YouTube? Agent the Barber.
Lou Barber.
Lou Barber. And welcome back to the Hair Heroes Live video cast. Here live on YouTube.
Every Thursday, 8:30 p.m.
Tuesday.
in
Come on,
Central Time.
dude. Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into it. We got a couple different topics we're going to talk about tonight. The first one we're going to talk about is how long haircuts should take. And so we'll get into some discussion with that. Also, feel free to ask questions as we go throughout this because we're here to answer questions and we want to answer as many questions as possible. So don't be afraid.
Don't hesitate to ask.
Don't hesitate to ask.
Ask the question.
Hey, we're gonna make a shirt that says "Don't hesitate to ask." Yeah. So the next topic we're going to be talking about is how to build a clientele. That's a question that I get a lot here on YouTube and on Instagram is people want to know different ways how they can build a clientele and what they can do to kind of take their barbering career to the next level. And so we're going to get into that. Also today, we have a question of the day. And the question of today, with the question of the day, we're going to talk about it a few times during the live cast.
Yeah.
But then that's going to be the third topic that we talk about. So we're going to start out. I'll just talk about the question today, just since it's the first week. We're gonna have a question every week. We're gonna have a question of the day, and then we're gonna answer that question at the end. And we want to get as many reviews as possible from you guys, so that we can have some good discussion about it. So the question of today is: what is more important, the quality of the service, so the quality of the haircut, or the quality of the customer service? What do you think, man?
I think of both of them. But the first
No, we're not. Hey, we're not doing that tonight. We're not doing the both of them.
Okay, we're gonna go with that.
So we're just gonna leave it there for him right now.
Okay.
And then we're gonna come back. We're gonna answer it at the end. Okay.
We're gonna go like that.
So the question today is: what's more important, the quality of the customer service or the quality of the haircut?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So let's go ahead. We can jump into our first topic of the day, and our first topic is how long a haircut should take. So this is a good question because a lot of new young barbers, they don't know. They feel like they should be rushing people out. They should feel like within 30 minutes, they should be in and out, or 20 minutes. Sometimes people feel like they're taking too long. Sometimes people feel like they don't take long enough. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into that. My first question is how long a haircut should take is what is too long of a haircut and what's too short of a haircut. For instance, myself, I take about 45 minutes per haircut on average, I'd say. What about yourself, Lou?
I think so. Between 40 and 45 minutes above the time for the barber.
So 40 and 45 minutes.
That's above the time for the barber.
I'd
Has
say
to be done.
is good.
Because I think when you've done everything, you have to check it out or before you let the clientele get out of your seat.
Exactly.
You have to make the clientele happy. Sometimes when we do rush, we don't see some spot or a little pull hair. So we have to twist around, turn them around to see. So I think 45 minutes, that's above the time.
45 minutes? Yeah. I'd say 45 minutes is probably the average
too.
now.
I'm on 45 minutes.
I think a lot, I say years ago, probably 4+ years ago, I think 30 minutes was about the average haircut time. But now I see a lot of people that are actually taking a lot more time. A lot more barbers I know, especially outside of our shop. If you look at their books and things like that, the average time on haircuts is about 45 minutes. I say with new barbers, people who are just getting out of school, like I said, this is a big question I get is how long should my haircuts take? I'd say too long would be anything over an hour. I say once you get to that hour mark is the point to where people feel like they're in the chair too long. And
I agree with that.
Once you start getting over an hour, people start losing patience, and then that's when bad reviews and things like that start. A good thing is to always remind your client, if you're a new barber, always remind your client that you are a new barber. You may take a little bit longer on the haircut compared to the guy maybe next to you, because there's been times I've been in the shop and I might do 3 haircuts, and somebody else they might be on the same haircut, and I might took 45 minutes to cut. So there's a point where it can become too long, and you want to try to stay away from that. I say an hour at the most, an hour and 10 minutes. I would try not to go over, and so try to squeeze in the full haircut within an hour at the longest if you're a new barber. So how short is too short? When does somebody feel rushed?
Like about 20 minutes for a haircut, that's when they're too short. That's a rush right there.
20 minutes?
20 or 25 minutes, you can do nothing, man. So
I don't know if I'd say 20 minutes. Because it really depends on the style of haircut you're doing. You can go to great clips, 5 minutes, in and out, but
Edwin, you have to look at all the hair done by a cut cutter already clip, bro.
yeah,
They come on us up all the time. You see how they go.
exactly.
And one owner of cut cutter, he come in here, he say the same thing. He tell you gotta do a lot of good job. You gotta take care, you gotta prepare, take the time to do a job. Say that's a part of a barber. So you cut 20 minutes, that takes too short, man. You can't do nothing in 20 minutes for a haircut.
Too short. I think too short is anything like 15 minutes or faster. In my personal opinion, 15 minutes or faster, and I feel like a client feels like they're rushed out the chair. So great clips, for instance, or cost cutters, whatever, all those, the chain barbershops, those guys, they'll have you in and out their chair in 10 minutes. And if somebody was cutting my hair, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm like, I feel like it's going to be a rush job. But, 20 minutes as well. Especially if you get a client, somebody whose hair you've been cutting for a long time, and they know that their haircut takes 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes on average. And then one day they come in, they get the same exact haircut, and you do it in 20 minutes like you said, that person's going to feel like you rushed.
Absolutely.
So it's important to stay consistent. Everything in barbering, man, at the end of the day, it comes back down to consistency. So, like I said, I think you say 20 minutes, I say 15. Because 20 minutes, you can get some stuff done in 20 minutes, especially if they come in, they just get like an all even cut or something like that. 20 minutes is perfect. You can have them in and out the chair. Anytime we're doing fades, tapers, any super detailed cut, I say 45 minutes is the average time. So if you're cutting and it's taking you 45 minutes, don't be ashamed about that at all. I say anything between 30 and 45, I say would be a consistent number to try to stick around. So let's see, we got some questions up there. Let's see. What's up, Rick? Appreciate you tuning in again, man. Appreciate the support. Quality of the cut, 40, 45 minutes. The details, that's important. The details of the cut.
Yeah.
Details of the cut. Low bald fade, 25 minutes. Yeah, it kind of depends. Like I think I'd probably take.
Depend on the hand of the customer. And
yeah.
The hand shape too. So
exactly.
30 minutes. That's about for a
low ball fade. 30 minutes. Yeah, that's
I
don't think that's not bad at all. 25, 30 minutes.
Yep.
My biggest thing is I never want any of my clients to feel like I rush them out the chair.
Yep.
That's why I try to stay away from. And at the same time, I don't want any of my clients to feel like I kept them in the chair all day. And so, like I said, hour and 10 minutes at the longest. I say have somebody out of the chair. Let's see. Derek Hurst, customer service is the best. You already expecting a good cut, but if the barbers make you feel like a king or queen, you'll come back even when the cut is decent. That's true. He's talking more about the question of the day.
Yep.
And so
I agree with that.
And me personally, I think customer service is
that's a number
bigger.
one. Yep. Yeah, a big one.
Yeah, because when you're going in to get a professional haircut from a professional barber or stylist, you're expecting the service, the quality of the service to be, top notch, and you can give somebody a subpar haircut and have great customer service, and you can keep their business for a long time, So, we'll get more into the question of the day here as we get down into this farther. So, let's see, we got any more questions? We got any more questions right now? That's the first topic. How long a haircut should take. So I think we kind of got that. So we can go ahead and we'll move on to our second question or second topic of the day.
How to build a client.
How to build a clientele. And I think this is a bigger topic. That's why I kind of put it off a little bit. I didn't want to start it out with this because I think we can probably kind of take this to the end. Because like I said, this is probably one of the biggest questions I get on here in comments when it comes to social media and and YouTube is how to build a clientele. That's what everybody wants to know. That's the key to doing what we do.
Yep.
First thing when you're out of barber school, you don't have a lot of clients. For most people, some people go to barber school and have clients and build clientele in barber school, and they get out. They may have been cutting hair for a long time, and so they're already kind of set up. But for most people getting out of barber school or cosmetology school, they're not going to have clients, or they're not going to have a lot of clients. And so what kind of things can they do to help them build their clientele, say in 6 months, 1 year, so they can be in a position to where they can be successful and they don't have to get a second job and drive Uber or Lyft or deliver food on DoorDash. Hey, once you get your license, man, we want you just to do hair. We don't want you doing all this other stuff.
That's all you go to school. You got a license. When you got a license, when you out, you have to be a barber. And when you be a barber, you just fresh from the field, up the hair field. What you do? You have to throw the fly. You have to do cut like in the shop where you work, and you have to cut from promotion. Like a walking day. Like that. Because some people, they knew they come in your shop, they can meet you, and you just give them the service. They can come back, and that's your clientele right there. Exactly. That's how you have to be a clientele. You have to socialize. You have to be friendly. You have to throw the fly. You have to try to do cut or promote whatever in the shop, man.
So I came up with a couple of points that everybody should take into consideration. My opinion, again, don't have to do it, but personal experience, I've been able to build a pretty good clientele and stay pretty booked. So I think the number one thing when it comes to building clientele is your availability. How often are you in the shop? You can't build a clientele working 2-3 hours a day.
No, you have to be full
time. You gotta, especially.
You have to be full time.
You have to be full time.
Yeah.
When you get to the shop, we watched Dre build a clientele part time. He did a good job with it, but he's available and he stays on a consistent schedule. Availability and consistency are going to be the two biggest things when it comes to building a clientele. When your clients book an appointment, are they going to get canceled? No.
They don't.
Don't cancel unless you're absolutely sick or absolutely can't make it. If you're in Minnesota, stuck in a snowstorm, can't cancel. You got to be at the shop. Availability and consistency. Them are the two biggest things that I stress to any new barber. And anytime a new barber starts at the shop, them are like the two main things I tell them. Number one, you have to be here. And number one, you have to come up with a consistent schedule that people know when you're going to be at the shop. Without those two things, man, it's going to be tough. Another thing is you can't always rely on the shop to bring you clients. So I don't know, a lot of you guys maybe have heard the term like a shop leech. Somebody who starts in the shop and they kind of just sit in the shop and wait for the walk-ins and try to take all the walk-ins they can, and they're not out trying to build their brand or build up their clientele. So those people are out there, but like I said, you have to push yourself. You have to push your own brand. So that's getting out, handing cards, handing flyers. I read something on Instagram the other day that says if you've gone more than, I think it was an hour, maybe it was 2 hours. You've gone more than an hour or 2 hours sitting in the shop and there hasn't been a client in your chair, then you need to be out handing business cards. And I think that is as true of a quote that I've seen anywhere. If you can go hours without doing a lineup or a haircut or anything, you need to be out handing business cards. You need to be out pushing your brand. Because at the end of the day, it's you, not the shop. The shop will burn down tonight, and then all of a sudden, all you got left is Lou Barber. There's no more Adrian Sports Barbershop. So, if you sit there and rely on the shop, what happens when the shop burns down? Or what happens when the owner comes in tomorrow and the owner fires you? You relied on the shop. Now you're back to stage one, trying to build a clientele again at another shop. So availability, consistency, and you have to push yourself. You have to push your own brand. You have to get your name out there. You have to get business cards. You have to get flyers. You have to go around. You have to hand that stuff. You have to talk to random people. Social media. you got to promote yourself. It's free. Facebook is free. Invest in a camera. Everybody has a camera phone. Take pictures of your haircuts. I think everybody in here does a pretty good job taking pictures of their haircuts, promoting their stuff, posting their work. So I definitely wouldn't say we have a problem with that here. But when it comes to building your clientele, you know, put that stuff out on Facebook. Everybody has thousands of friends on Facebook. Put that out there. Hey, I cut hair. And, you know, that's going to take you a long way in building up your clientele. Again, like I said, self-promotion, that's
the number one. You got clientele.
Self-promotion is huge. You can't, like I said, you can't rely on the shop. You never know what's going to happen with the shop tomorrow.
Hand out a business card. Go on social media, you know.
Yep, social media.
Yep.
So,
and Facebook, online, Instagram.
Well, that's a good question. Let's see. So Randy says, how do you get clients to pre-book? I feel like clients are hesitant to do it in the chair. That's a great question. So before, you see it? How do you get clients to pre-book? I feel like clients are hesitant to do it in the chair. So before I opened the shop, I never, like my appointments were really, somebody would call me. Hey, Adrian, I need a haircut. Come at 2 o'clock. It might be like 1:30. Come at 2 o'clock. You know, I never had people where I was like, come next Thursday at 1. You know, it was always, hey, you can come now, or come in 30 minutes, come in an hour. And I had that same exact question. How can I get people to pre-book? Because I was like, if I get people to pre-book, what if they forget their appointment? You know, then they don't show up. Now I got this open space. So for myself, like I said, before I opened the shop, that's how I kind of ran. I never really had a schedule, and I didn't think a schedule was really going to work. Now with all the booking softwares that are out there, when I first started with booking software, I used Setmore. Setmore was a good booking platform. There was a lot of details that it didn't have, and so I moved on to Booksy. Booksy, I got people booking a month out, 2 weeks out. And it really just all depends on, your booking software. The booking software, if you get one, is going to send your clients a notification that they have an appointment, so people aren't going to forget about their appointments. It's great. And you got your schedule right there on your phone. I highly recommend everybody, every barber, every cosmetologist, whatever, to get some sort of booking software, because that's going to take your business to a whole nother level. And it just makes you look a lot more professional compared to just having people call your phone and saying, hey, go ahead and come in at this time. And, people will take you a lot more serious. And so, Randy, like I said, I say invest in
your booking.
Yeah, invest in booking software and just promote your link.
Yep.
It's easy, yeah. Hey, check out Randy Cuts. randycuts.booksy.com. People will download the app, they'll start booking with you, and that's how you'll get people to pre-book. Even you don't even have to use that. If you don't want to spend the money on booking software, when I used Setmore was free. Setmore had a paid option, but I used the free option on Setmore. Now Booksy, we got Booksy for the shop, we pay for it, but no, before I used Setmore is free. And I got a lot of people to pre-book, and the schedule worked out a lot better for me compared to, the way I was doing it before. But even if you don't want to do anything online, you can go buy an appointment planner, and you can have, hand out cards and have people call and book appointments. I think a big thing is with the appointments is let people know I'm only by appointment. You have to book an appointment to get a haircut with me, and I think that right there will make people book their appointments in advance.
Yeah, they book one appointment, so they want a haircut. They don't want to be,
Exactly. Again, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to comment. Let us know. We love to answer your questions. We love to see what you guys have to say. So go ahead, and if you got any questions about either of the topics that we've talked about, when it comes to how long it should take to do a haircut, or how to build a clientele. If you got any questions, comments, want to chime in, go ahead and do that. If not, otherwise, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the question of the day. So, again, like we said earlier, the question of the day. Pull that up. Question of the day. What's more important in the barbershop? What's more important, not even in the barbershop, what's more important to you as a barber? What's more important? The quality of your customer service or the quality of the haircut you're going to give?
Okay, I'm
Go
a
ahead.
good barber. With me, Adrian, I think the most important for the barber, because right now out there, you know, a lot of good barbers. So I think the good service, that's the number one. That's the key right there. Because so if you serve,
When you talk about service, are you talking about customer service? Or are you
Customer
talking about
service.
the haircut service?
haircut service, that means all the service go together for the barber. Customer service, or you know the haircut service. You know when your customer come on, you have to really smiling and make them feel like hey they're home. They come and ready to play. They always be. You know.
Yep.
So you serve it. The more you serve it good, the more the clientele gonna like you. They can't come back and booking on you.
Exactly.
The quality of the cut, yeah, you that's a part of that barber too. You try to, but I think customer service that's the number one. That's the
Exactly.
key number one in the barber shop. And keep the barber shop like you know, I'm gonna be very 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 nice so people can come and you know.
Yep.
That's why I like it like that, and that's why I think so too.
Exactly. Let's see. We got a question on here from the Marky Chuke show. Hope I said that right. I probably didn't know. So we're gonna jump back. We're gonna jump back real quick before we finish up the question of the day. What's the fastest way to build a clientele? Again, like I said, the fastest way to build a clientele is being available, working a full-time schedule, being in the shop. Number one, from day one, you should have business cards. Get out, hand business cards.
Okay.
Everywhere you go to the post office, you go to the grocery store, to the mall, you're down at doctor's appointments. You in the hair business, the hair industry, it doesn't matter if people are bald, what their hair looks like.
Doesn't matter. They have to go to barber shop.
Everybody's a client.
Yep.
You have to offer a service that everybody can come and even I've shampooed bald people before. So everybody's a client. Even if you look at somebody and say, this guy, he'll never come to get his haircut by me. You know? You give him a card.
There's some people, they come not only for haircut, for a band trim, for
Exactly.
facial, everything.
What's the worst that's going to happen? The worst that's going to happen, they take your card, they throw it on the ground, somebody else is walking,
And
they
pick
see your
it
card
up.
on the ground, they pick
Yeah,
it up.
you
know
still
what I mean?
got line there.
Hey, that's why you get 1,000 business cards and go hand out. If you go and you hand out 1,000 business cards,
You got.
I guarantee you, maybe not 100. I bet you get 30 clients.
No, I take 10%. What's the 1,000?
You take 10%?
Yeah.
Lou
10%.
says if you go hand 1,000 business cards, you're
You
gonna
got
get
100 clientele.
you got 100 clientele.
Trust me. You will do it.
We're gonna have to try that, man. We're
Yeah,
gonna put somebody to the
take
test.
10%.
We're gonna put somebody to the test with that, so we can get an exact number. But no, I'd say that's a pretty fair estimate. 1,000 cards probably get you 100. You know, it'd probably bring 100 people in, and then you'd probably retain 30 of those clients. If it brought 100 people in. Yeah, I don't know. It's something to think about. We're gonna think about that for the next show. But definitely, business cards, hand them. Be in the shop. If the shop says it's open from 9 to 7, be in the shop from 9 to 7. When the walk-ins come in, don't complain. Hey, I'm open. I'm available. Take them to your chair, sit them down.
Yeah.
You know, talk to them. Great conversation goes a long way. And again, like what we're talking about with the question of the day, customer service. Customer service is huge. Availability, consistency. Those two things, you'll build a clientele in no time.
And then one more thing, just like in the shop, we're so busy or the time close. Some of the new people, they walk in late, and you're going to say no. No, never say no. Just say, hey.
I've seen...
You knew, okay, we're going to cut you today.
Real quick before we get back to the question of the day. I've seen this guy at 8:15. The shop closes at 8 o'clock. I've seen this guy at 8:15 pack his whole station up. Everything swept up, mopped up. Station chairs wiped down, as clean as can be. And somebody will walk in the door. Somebody will knock on the door.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get a haircut? Let him in. He'll cut their hair. Everything's cleaned up. You know, and how many of those people have came back? Like,
They
because
are coming back.
exactly.
So that's it. With me, the clientele is important. They don't know you. You know, they just new on the shop. You have to treat them like, hey, they used to. So they say, oh, this shop's so nice. So they come back. That's it.
Exactly.
That's
So
how you build your clientele.
it all depends on how bad you want it. If you want to, like I said, barbering, that's the great thing what we have going on is that we make it what we want it to be. If we want to make $100,000 a year, we can make $100,000 a year. Availability and consistency. If you want to be a minimum wage barber, which I hope nobody wants to be a minimum wage barber, but if you want to be a minimum wage barber, you can be a minimum wage barber. That's nothing. That takes minimum amount of work. With the amount of money you can make doing this, it takes minimum amount of work to be a minimum wage barber. So let's go ahead and get back to the question of the day. Let's see. What's the way to lock in the first time clients besides a great cut? So Lorenzo, besides the haircut, this is exactly what has been the topic of today's show is that the customer service. Great conversation.
Yep.
You know, a great consultation. And that's something I see, Dre, great consultation. When somebody sits down and you guys work together, it's a first time client, you never cut their hair before, you know, so you're getting yourself into something new.
Start some conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Consultation. You're asking them questions. You know, when's the last time you had a haircut? You know, what type of style did you get on your last haircut? You know, just any type of question. You're asking them questions. Make them feel like you care about them and, you know, that you want them to come back. If you make somebody feel welcomed, you know, as soon as they walk in the door, greet them. You know, if you make somebody feel welcome, they're gonna continue to come back. But the consultation, making sure you get the cut right. Because I'll tell you this, when it comes to barbering, you'll get somebody a haircut that you would think is a great haircut. And it might be a great haircut. It might be Instagram, top notch, 10,000 like good. But that person might be like,
oh, I don't like that.
I didn't like this cut.
So he misunderstands me.
But to barbers, other barbers will sit and be like, damn, that's a good cut.
Right.
But your client might be like, I didn't really like it. You know, it's just.
So with me, Edwin, I think you have to make your clientele like the way you cut them.
Exactly.
Like they like the haircut.
Yep.
That's how you cut them.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
I mean, you have to understand what they want and make them feel happy.
So let's see. Let's get back to the question of the day. And please, you guys, anybody watching, you know, join us here with the conversation. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Again, we're talking about what's more important, the quality of customer service or the quality of the haircut. So, I mean, I think what everybody said is the quality of the customer service. The customer service it's the biggest thing by far. The way somebody's treated when they come in, are they greeted right away? And the customer service goes way farther than just the haircut. You know, the haircut is a small part of it because the haircut could be great, but they could have been treated poorly when they came in. That make them not come back again. You know, especially, you're in big cities and stuff. There's plenty of good barbers out there, man. Like, it's not like they can't go find another barber somewhere. So if you treat somebody poorly, or you don't, you're late to their appointment, or you don't show up for the appointment at all, them are all ways to make somebody feel like they can take their business somewhere else. And so without the customer service, you're not going to retain the clientele at all.
I think so. That's true.
And barbers, man, like, I'm the last one who should be talking about being late because I'm late a lot. But at the same time, I know who I can be late for. You know, if I have a new client, if I'm running late or something, I'll try my hardest to get back, or I'll send them a text message and let them know or something like that. There's like some people, like my close friends, they might have an appointment. They're already gonna be like, "Hey, Adrian's about to be late," you know. But I mean, for the most part, I don't leave the shop that much. And so I'm here. Usually when it opens, I'm here. When it closes, I'm here. You know, that's what it is. So I'm usually not late, like coming from somewhere. Maybe for my first appointment some mornings I might be late. But no, I try my hardest to be on time.
I never be late, man. I never be late. Be late.
You are always on time, man.
I'll never be late.
Hey, you are always on time. No, the customer service, man. And so like I said, customer service has to do with everything. It has to do with, being on time for the appointment. It has to do with the conversation. So greeting somebody when they come in the door. Do you have accommodations for when they're waiting? Do you have TV? Do you have magazines? Do you have Wi-Fi? All that types of stuff goes into the customer service. Do you have snacks? Do you have drinks? Everything like that matters. And so make people feel comfortable, even if you're cutting hair out of your basement. When I was cutting hair in my house, I had snacks, I had drinks, I had magazines, I had TV, Wi-Fi. I had everything for people because I wanted, this is before barbershop days. I wanted people to feel comfortable when they came to my house. Because first off, they're coming to my house. So they're already probably a little on the edge, a little uncomfortable coming to my house. But when they came in, I wanted to show them that I had a professional atmosphere. You got to provide a professional atmosphere for your clients. You can't just bring them in and,
cut them hair.
Yeah, I mean, no, like I said, a lot goes into it, man. And so it doesn't matter where you're cutting hair. If you're cutting hair at home, in your kitchen, your basement, in the shop, whatever. Customer service is key. And there's always things you can do to make the customer service, top notch. Anything else you got, man? Anything else you got for them? Send them off with something, Lou. Send them off.
I don't know what to say now. So everything you already said it already, and then I agree with that. You didn't earn point for the barber, which will be.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to be back, man. And I promise this time I'm gonna be consistent because I've been so inconsistent with my YouTube throughout the years, and no, I love doing YouTube, man. And so this is something that I've been back on my kick, and I'm gonna continue to be consistent with it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Oh, I can get you an agent's hat. We got more. Definitely got more. I got some different ones coming in, even better than this. Appreciate you, Rick, for the shout out. Definitely, if you're ever in Rochester, come to Agent Sports Barbershop, man. We're #1 barbershop in town. Okay, I'm gonna have to check out your channel, MMA Barber. I'm gonna check your channel out. I'm gonna go on there tonight.
I am 41. Is too late to be the barber?
Oh, I love that question. I love that question.
No.
Hey, Lou, how old are you?
Oh, I'm on 51.
Look at me, how old are you?
I'm on 51-year-old.
51 years old. When did you go to barber school?
2016. So I only be barber for 15 months.
15 months.
I just be barber for 15 months. Man,
all right, wait. Now answer this. When we were in barber school together, how old was the oldest person in barber school?
65-year-old, man.
65 years old. So to answer that question, I'm 41. You're not even close to being too old to.
So one word I just say answer that question. With the barber, no age in there. Age ain't count.
Age doesn't count, man. Age
ain't count.
That's a great thing. You can become a barber
from
whenever.
your heart.
You can become a
If
barber.
you love to do that, you do that. Doesn't matter. How old is? No, ain't not too late. So I'm 51-year-old. You 41-year-old. You still can do it. Just go do it, bro.
Hey, exactly. Just do it, man. No, it doesn't matter how many barbers are in your city. It doesn't matter how many. There's enough clients for everybody. That's the great thing about this. There's clients for everybody. It's about how hard you work. It's about how hard you work, your determination, how bad you want it. If you want to become a barber at 60 years old, go to barber school, get your barber's license, and work on building your clientele. Take some of that stuff that we talked about tonight, availability and consistency, the two biggest things. Do those two things. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're in Dallas or LA or New York, wherever, those big cities, it doesn't matter if there's a million barbers. Like you're gonna have clients. It might start with your close friends and your family, and then it's gonna expand from there. It doesn't matter where you're at. My best advice is get into a shop. Get around a group of people that are gonna help you succeed and become better. That's probably the biggest thing, and that's for anybody, no matter how old you are. Find somewhere that's gonna help take you to the next level. If you get into a dead-end barbershop, you're never gonna advance. You're not gonna become better. You're probably not even gonna like barbering. Get into a barbershop and get involved with barbers that are having fun with it. That are advancing and taking to the next level. That's my best advice. Like I said, age does not matter. Let's see. Any more questions before we sign off?
Don't be hesitant to ask the question.
Don't be hesitant to ask the question. Hey, I'm getting shirts made. Don't be hesitant to ask the question. Yeah, MMA Barber. I'm gonna check your channel out tonight, man. Derek, yeah, man. Stay motivated. Stay with it. Don't give up on it. Like I said, you're never too old, man.
Don't let the age bother you, okay? Don't let the age, the
Take
number.
it from
the
Lou
number.
Barber.
Don't,
Take it
don't
from
let
Lou
the age
Barber.
bother you, bro.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do it. You can do it. I'm 51, yo.
Yeah, go Chiefs, baby. We took a tough loss last night, man, but it's all good. We're about to bounce back. We're still the best team in the NFL. All right, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. That's all we got. Again, next Tuesday, Hair Heroes Live, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, every Tuesday.
Don't hesitate to ask the
Don't
question.
hesitate to ask the
And
question.
one more thing. Happy Thanksgiving, all yeah.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
And remember, if you like us, also, please come up for us.
Thumb up, like the video, subscribe, hit that notification
Thumb
bell.
up. One thing. Don't ever hesitate to ask a question. We're gonna answer it all.
Flags, haircut tutorials, product reviews, and other things. I'm on it. Definitely, man. We'll see you guys next week. That's it.